nigga, you gon' take his pain. He's big and black, he will take your candy. That nigga's name is Big Dick Randy. Hey, big dick Randy, he take booty, not just candy. He dress up like he a granny, then he be waiting for niggas to walk off alone. He make sure they ain't near no home. He sneak up and he let out a moan. He rip off your booty and then he is gone. I remember one day, it was like 2012. It was Big Randy, I could just tell. He took my booty and I couldn't yell. I got to the house, mama said, where is your ass? And where is your candy? And I said, mama, it was Big Dick Randy. He came out of nowhere, on God he appeared, and then he ran off on my rear. He took my whole booty and all of my candy, but you should be lucky that I'm even here. Randy's the real deal, he usually finished the kill. I guess I got lucky, I don't know how I made it out of there alive before that big nigga could fuck me. Randy, he is the one. Hide your daughters and hide your sons. Randy, he is the one. Hide your daughters and hide your sons. No, get away from me! Hey, if he gets you, you cannot escape. So just be ready, cause that booty's gonna get raped. Randy's taking everybody, he ain't scared of nothing. It's Halloween, so he'll turn that booty to his pumpkin. He dresses up as a granny, it's a disguise. Then he walks up on you and looks you dead in your eyes. The niggas just be like, hey, what's up, how was your night? Then he catch him off guard when he start fucking they butt with his pipe. He do it so good, he do it so right. He taking the booties on Halloween night. And if your can't get is tight, he's gonna take it alright. So don't even put up a fight. On Halloween, there will be a nigga, you gon' take his pain. He's big and black, he will take your candy. That nigga's name is Big Dick Randy. He's big and black, he will take your candy. That nigga's name is Big Dick Randy. Is the one. Hide your daughters and hide your sons. Randy is the one. Hide your daughters and hide your sons. Hide your daughters and hide your sons.
I gotta be stopped, bro. This is like, if it's late at night and I hear music, if I hear music stupid enough for me to just like enjoy it, be prepared for that, to be honest. But hi everybody, how you doing? Some people will tell you that there was supposed to be, this stream was supposed to be earlier in the day, and you're very much correct. This stream was supposed to be earlier in the day. The reason it was not is simply because, you know, your boy just so happened to have a complication. And it was his power went out. It was fine. It was fine, though. It's a good thing I felt it's a good thing that I'm not one of these people who could just, oh my God, my power's out. My life is over. I could just go read a book. I just go read a book. It's good. It's good. But I'm here now because I did put in a community note, hey, it's ridiculous. I've heard this topic before. It's comical. You don't even know what I'm about to put on the screen. But you know what I think, though? You think I want to read something to you all. I would like to read. May I read to you? Am I allowed to do that? I know you racists don't like when colored people read, but I feel like, you know, everyone's been a good boy and girl. So, you know, I would like to read to you. Okay. Please consider the following scenario. Hold on, wait a minute. I gotta actually win this game of Touchdown Tango first, because I'm also playing NCAA, but I'm not gonna put it on the screen because I might lose, and I don't want you all to see me lose. But just, while I'm trying to wrap this up, how was your day? You know what I'm saying? How was your? Oh, he's about to quit.
Also, stop hiring black people to make Mexican food. Would you trust a white person to make you Chinese food?
Would you? All right, he quit, so I won. So, okay, just please consider the following scenario. It's 5 to 10 years from now. You're sitting in a restaurant, enjoying a lovely meal when I walk in, accompanied by my wife, my children, and my human pet, whose genitals are covered as it enters on all fours and wearing underpants. If my family and I then make an order of our own at the table next to you, in what way have we infringed upon your freedom? What rational basis do you have to demand that we leave our beloved pet at home? Human pet, by the way. Heck it all. Let's consider a more extreme scenario. It's 5 to 10 years from now. You're sitting in a restaurant enjoying a lovely meal when I walk in without my wife and children. For whatever reason, they haven't accompanied me. With my surgically modified human pet wearing a collar, being led in by its leash. My pet has been spayed, neutered, though you can't tell because its genitals, along with its boobies, if it's a female, have been covered up. It has no vocal cords, and it walks on all fours by choice. But because its toes have been removed, along with the tendons in its ankles being severed, it also may have its thumbs and the last 2 segments of each finger amputated, making it easier to care for. No fingernails, no trim. Perhaps I even humanely removed its eyes, making it less independent. Even in this scenario, how have I infringed upon your liberties? Chris sent me this, and I just looked at it, and it was like, what do you want me to do with it? I didn't say this. I just looked at my phone, and I was like, what does Chris want me to do with this? Like, I had nothing with this. Like, zero. And he sent it with the message, I won't be giving context. And I just read it, and I'm like, holy shit. But y'all want to play my favorite game? Do y'all want to play my favorite game of Guess the Skin Color? Where we guess. Where we take a guess about the skin color of the individual who said it. If you know, don't you spoil it. If you know about this, don't you spoil it. Hold on, I gotta get things situated. I'm making a poll. I'm making a poll about this right now. It needs to be done. It objectively needs to be done. Oh, but how's y'all Saturday night? How is it? Y'all doing good? Hey, y'all all right. I hope you guys are okay. I hope you guys are living well, making all your habits good. That's good. I'm great. That's terrible. You should be terrible. You should be terrible. You should be ashamed of what it is you hold dear. Okay, go in here, start poll, guess. Guess the skin. White, black, brown. I think that's it. Did you get plenty of sleep? I haven't slept. Go ahead. Oh, I forgot Asian. Oh, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Now, I'm gonna read again. And I want you to think about this as you're casting your votes. It's 5 to 10 years from now. You're sitting in a restaurant enjoying a lovely meal when I walk in accompanied by my wife, my children, and my human pet, whose genitals are covered as it enters on all fours and wearing underpants. If my family and I then make an order of our own at the table next to you, in what way have we infringed upon your freedom? What rational basis do you have to demand that we leave our beloved pet at home? Like, I'm not gonna reread the whole thing, but you get the gist. Cast thine votes. Let me know. What do you think? How do you feel about this? Oh, because I promise you, I hold credence to promise you, you might be shocked. All right. I'm going to end the poll because it seems like the vote is damn near unanimous. And the winner is white people. And I would just like to say, I don't want to answer yet. I need more info. You're not getting more info. I don't know why the fuck, you fucking idiot. Why would you want more information? What do you want? The sex fetish in detail? Like, what the fuck? And because Janet ruined the fun, it was one guy. Indian scam. Oh my God, dude. What a time to be alive. When we got creatures like this roaming through the night. Oh, man. Oh, my God. Gonna be honest with y'all, and this might sound mean. I don't think he has a wife. I don't think he has a wife. I don't think he has children. Is that Tipster's long lost cousin? I'm glad you said that. Sound the alarm, children. We have news. We have news from the motherlands. We have news from the motherlands. He's back. He's back to making content for you and for me. I can't say that with any sincerity. I don't know. But he's uploaded all of these videos back. He's unprivated them. He's done it. He's returning. Oh, how I missed the political takes. It was an elaborate troll. Kefel's cancellation. She opens up about addiction. iDubbbz is exposed. Let's talk about deepfakes. Beer from Bud Light. She's back. No, Tipster's back. His commentary suicide debate. Oh, how I've missed. Oh, how I've missed the days when he would make me smile. Those views are terrible. I'm not going to make fun of anybody's views. Oh, it is why we love the Tipster. He gives us what we need. Is the horse porn still here? Is the lolly video still here? Oh, the mugshot. Look at the video about the mugshot. Ethics. Oh, dear Lord. Oh, dear Lord. It's amazing. The Kefel's hit piece. Melanie Mac. Butter Eater. Anti-Semitism. Twitch. The Quarter. It's all back. Or at least the ones where he thinks he looks good. Has he responded to Leon? For what? He has got nothing to respond to me about. He's got nothing to respond to me about. Like, what do you mean? Leon, your voice is beautiful? No, it isn't. Fucking massive ass fucking liar. I don't know if it's here, but my brain remembers when the man got on camera on a stream and called Melanie Mack a grifter, which kind of is. Not even kind of, she is. And sat there and pulled up old tweets of her and how she was like pro LGBTQ and now she's not. And he's like, see, grifter. But it's like, you fat bastard. Pot calling the infinite kettle fat and black. Dude, that's what people say about you. And you know what Melanie Mack says to people like you, Tipster? No, I just changed my ways. This is how I truly think now. You say the same shit. But it's even worse because you don't have a point. You just copy everybody else's shtick. Oh, this is why I told these motherfuckers, go, I want to make videos, but everybody's talking about the same things, and I don't want to because it feels like people have heard this. Well, fuck, make it funny. You know how many motherfuckers have probably been talking about Trump and Biden and Camila and apparently however you pronounce however the fuck you pronounce shit. If you pronounce Kamala's name wrong, you're somehow bigoted, somehow or disrespectful. When you got motherfuckers that pronounce it Kamala, blah, blah, blah. Somebody really got mad at me because I said Camila, and it's like, my bad. I guess I should just sit here and just be like, hi, everybody. Matter of fact, hi, everybody. Welcome back. How are you all doing? I'm excited to see you all here again. Hi. How are you? I hope we are all having a good time together. And I hope that we could continue to enjoy each other's company as we hurl into the abyss. Who cares? The amount of people who want to make it such a big issue. And that's the thing. Here's why I'm going to fucking bring you to the front of the class. I've done this too, so I'll join you in the front of the class. This whole who cares shit, bro, just say you don't care. Like, in a vacuum, just say you don't care. But even when you say that, if you keep going, you care. Because I've been a fucking fool in that regard, where I say I don't care and I keep talking about the shit. So there's a level of care there. And I'm not gonna say Natanya, but somebody will hear that and be like, well, I'm not gonna care as much as somebody else. You fucking care, you chopped ashy-legged bastard. I don't give a fuck if you care 1%. You care. I don't care if you want to compare it to another person who cares a full 100%. You still fucking care. If you truly don't care, shut the fuck up. Just stop talking. Change the subject, if you will. That's how you do it. That's genuinely how you do it. If you don't care, you don't keep the conversation going. You don't even acknowledge it with the, oh, I don't care about this, or no one cares about this. Do you understand? Where's my phone? Let me see. 1, 2, 3 weeks. Three fucking weeks from now, you are going to understand Leon in his full capacity. There's going to be an event that occurs 3 weeks from now. And I want you all to understand that when it happens, I won't go away, but the energy will be more ramped up. Some of you know what it is. And for those of you who don't, here's your refresher. Life has lost all meaning without football, but in 3 weeks, it comes back. And in 3 weeks, we get to fucking rejoice, and we get to have more fun and enjoy what it means to be Americans again. You motherfuckers lost your fucking will to be Americans. You don't know who to fucking vote for between Trump and Kamala. You fucking buy into this rhetoric from motherfuckers who will never be political campaign advocates ever. You see all these motherfuckers who say basically the calmest shit ever about these candidates and who they're going to vote for, whether if it's Kama Mama Mama Mamala or if it's Trumpinator, or if they don't choose either of them, they go with Ron Paul, and you see these fucking hordes of dumb fucks on one side say, fuck you, you betrayed us because we blindly believed in you and all that dumb shit, and now you owe us because we blindly believed in you, you stupid motherfucker. And then he gets bitched at into buying into your side, which great job showing everybody that, you know, you're not really fucking about actual conversation. You're just about bitching people out until they agree with you. And then on the other side, if you're black and you don't vote for Kamala, or if you don't show support to Kamala, you're somehow this ingrained stain to society, and how dare you, and these pointless, stupid-ass conversations, fuck baseball, and you want to have these stupid conversations about skin color and how it affects you and how we're all going to be locked in cages with a white man as president, even though we've had all that shit happening, and even though it's happened in the past, and we've all been proponents, and we all have... No, not we all, because I was not born a slave. I was born a fucking baby who was rumored to be a stillborn until I was assaulted by a doctor. But the history dictates that black people were slaves with various presidents knowing about it and not doing anything about it. But FD Signifier laid it so fucking masterfully. Like, all the stupid conversations, leave those to me. Like, I'm going to entertain the stupid conversations. Like, I am. Because I'm not a political channel. I'm a motherfucker that's going to see a video of some white bitch saying Trump stole her family, and we're going to laugh at that shit. Which, by the way, great sources of entertainment overall. But let's get going, everybody. How you doing? I mean, listen, I just got a question for you. Simple question. How you doing? Do you like TV? Do you like the current state of TV? Some of you will say yes, some of you will say no. I will just sit here and tell you it's all subjective. You can hate whatever fucking Marvel, Star Wars movie you want. There's going to be somebody out there who loves it, and oh well, they're going to like it for whatever fucking reason they want. There's a show that, at first, I see where this is going. Well, since this is my classroom, and you seemingly have the answer already, Captious Clown, come to the front of the class. You tell us. Where is this going? You might be right. Who knows? And if you're right, everybody gives you a golf clap. But if you're wrong, you will get the verbal lashings. So go ahead. Go ahead. Boyfriend strikes again. I go to make Korean cucumber salad and orange chicken, and this man has tossed our soy sauce. Well, it might be old. No. And this is not to call out Captious Clown. This is to say he knows where this is going. He truly might. So let's see. Come on. Where is it going? Don't wait until I transition the screen and then you say, see, I was right. No. Do it now. Let's do it now. Because the way I see it, I don't care what these liars fucking tell you, because they want to sensationalize next to everything, because all they watch is Marvel, anything related to Disney and Star Wars, and their rhetoric is all of its ass until one thing comes out that's actually decent for them, and then they got to pretend like they're shocked, and they got to sit there and say, is Disney or is Star Wars or is Marvel back? And then the next movie comes out and it's utter dog shit, and it's like, see, they're still terrible at what they do. That's what motherfuckers did with Deadpool. Deadpool came out, and these motherfuckers was like, oh, Marvel's back! I think y'all gotta wait for the next lineup of shows and movies to come out before y'all say that, because motherfuckers went from Deadpool is making Marvel great again to what the fuck is this Negro Captain America gonna do for us at the start of 2025? It's going to be about some generic political show that's somehow not woke, either that or people complaining about modern entertainment, even though there's a lot of good shows out there. Nope! Captious, you are wrong. You are wrong. This is not where this is going. No. But I do like your enthusiasm. That lets me know that you pay attention in this class. But every so often, I throw you a curveball. Here's your curveball. Here, here's your curveball. So, let's start this with some perspective. I wasn't expecting that, but again, I don't follow the drama on Twitter. Well, I don't even know. Well, technically, you might consider this drama, but it's not really Twitter drama. It's former employee versus company drama, if you will. So, firstly, I am so grateful to have worked on X-Men 97, collaborating with some amazingly talented folks. Creating this revival was a dream come true, and the support fans have shown is so touching. However, I felt it pressing for me to speak up in the wake of leaving the show. Let's continue. Above is the X-Men fan art I posted on Instagram for Gay Pride in June. On June 13th, Marvel sent me a letter notifying me that they had stripped my season 2 credits due to the post. Sadly, this is the latest in a troubling pattern I've suffered through while working on X-Men 97 and Blade. There's only one Blade. There's only ever gonna be one Blade. Spoilers for the Deadpool movie. Fuck it, that movie came out a month ago. Blade is in the movie. The original Wesley Snipes Blade. The better Blade. The real Blade. And if you're mad that I spoiled a movie for you that's been out for a fucking month, that's your fucking fault. Go to the movies! I'll have more to say soon, but must take a step back from social media to find a safer space for me to be out, proud, and nerdy. Stay tuned. And so reading that makes it seem like, all right, Marvel saw a post of fan art that, I'm gonna be honest with you, not a problem. Not too much of a problem for me. I'm not viewing this as anything that's bad. I'm truly not. I see nothing about this that's bad. What's the problem? He's in his underwear. I got some bad news for y'all if you don't know what Rule 34 is. There's a lot worse. This is honestly the tamest of anything. But apparently, this was like a drastic issue that Disney saw it and said, hey, buddy, come here for a moment. We're going to strip you of a lot of power, essentially firing him. And that led to a lot of people criticizing Disney. Around the same time where Disney's getting some shit, where apparently if you sign up for Disney Plus and you die at their amusement park, they're not responsible, which is wild. But Disney clapped back with a little bit more of an interesting side of it all. Marvel says X-Men creator Beau DeMayo, actually great name, was fired for egregious misconduct after he alleged Disney stripped credit over a gay pride post. Marvel Studios has issued an official statement saying that X-Men 97 creator and head writer Beau DeMayo was fired from a series in March of 2024 for egregious misconduct. The studio released the statement shortly after DeMayo posted on several social media accounts claiming that he was stripped of his writing credits for the show's second season because of a gay pride post. Mr. DeMayo was terminated in March of 2024 following an internal investigation. Given the egregious nature of the findings, we severed ties with him immediately, and he has no further affiliation with Marvel. A source with knowledge of the investigation said evidence was discovered of sexual misconduct and that DeMayo repeatedly violated his termination agreement, which led to his removal of his credits for Season 2. That's wildly different than just posting a picture of fan art. I don't think posting fan art of a dude in his underwear is sexual misconduct. Now, if his dick was out, if, you know, he was like fingering somebody, I think we could all agree there's a little bit of weirdness there that should warrant punishment. Like, warrant punishment, please. Above is the blah, blah, blah. All right, that's just the rest of it. But I found that interesting, and his response was even more interesting. This is their Disney Marvel's usual playbook. Legal letters as well as other items to prove their long-standing pattern to follow. It's about finding a safe outlet. Thanks for your faith and patience. So I guess we're playing the waiting game. Something, I ain't gonna lie, something not adding here. Somebody say you just saying anything. Oh my God, give it up. Oh man, some things are not adding up. If all these things about sexual misconduct are true, then it's a lost cause. Don't wait for Marvel to escalate the situation and don't try to make things worse, or else it's more than credits you'll lose in season 2. It's a fair point. Like, if this dude, he hasn't posted in 2 days, if it is just about this, then I'm looking at Disney and it's like kind of weird. But if you want to have like this squeaky clean representation or like image, then sure, do whatever you can to run a tight ship. You're going to have to shut down a lot of shit though. But if motherfuckers appreciating, participating in things that are deemed misconduct sexually, then yeah, he got to go. And unfortunately for you, this is a matter of time will indeed tell. He does need to get rid of this. Like, he's lost his credit. He's got to let this go. He's got to let all of this go. It's got to go. This is going to be because of the funny conversations such as the quartering to say that this is woke but never attempted to create anything themselves. I mean, listen, if you would like, we could engage that conversation before we get to what is obviously the main event. Because what I have distinctly noticed is that
if he does normal
shut up! Some of these individuals will sit and tell you with somewhat of a straight face that the entertainment world is dying, even though it's still here and they've been saying it's dying for X amount of years. It's not just been 2, 3, it's been damn near a decade of these motherfuckers saying entertainment's dying.
Like I have white guy time.
Like, you know. Also, there's like the weird subsection of people who will look at transgenders crying about somebody like Dave Chappelle and Joe Rogan and say, it's just jokes, learn how to laugh. But if Kamala makes a joke about white guy tacos, somehow that's racism. But you didn't hear that shit from me. You heard it from Matt Walsh. There's a main event. There is a main event. These people don't create like a form of entertainment so that they have to be subjugated to the same things that they dish out. Some of them do, and they try, and it doesn't work. Daily Wire. You can't illustrate to me one decent thing other than the fucking What is a Woman documentary that has come out from the Daily Wire. Remember Mr. Bertram and how the whole premise of that is mainstream didn't want to touch this? Oh, because of all the hard-hitting truths and comedy that's in it. No, they didn't want to touch it because objectively it is one of the shittiest cartoons in adult entertainment history. There's no kickback, there's no circumstance, there's no funny, there's no ha-ha. It's just old guys projecting. And it didn't hit, and it didn't land. And guess what happened? It's not going to win any fucking awards. It went away into obscurity. Its most prominent time was when people were reviewing it, calling it bad. But if you would like, there is a premise here for you to fucking run around and think, hey, this is the future. This is what it means.
I can't drink. I'm not.
Where I need exact quote. Is the transcript here? Is it? I need the transcript. If I had the
Welcome to the plantation.
Why are you motherfuckers following me on Twitch? I have no idea.
Hopefully not a Jets fan.
Hey, pronoun. This bud's for you.
The cis script. Oh, yes. The conservative shows are just as bad. Incorrect. They're worse. Because they're promoting it as, oh, these mainstream shows suck. Come see what we're doing, and it's worse.
For you.
I can't drink. I'm not 21.
Y'all influenced my boy to cut off his junk, but draw the line at beer?
Can't do this.
Yes, we can.
Find a way to break him.
Are you laughing? Are you laughing? Did anyone laugh at the yes we can reference? Are you laughing?
Maybe we can fix the country.
I just want normals. Beer.
You know there'll be jokes.
Are you laughing? Did you laugh?
Everything's changing.
Now, this is a great idea. Whoever came up with this cartoon
Needs to face the wall.
is a smart man. And the reason I say that is because
Now, why do you think he's... Now, as you can see, nobody in the fucking room laughed. Not you, not me, not your mama listening to this shit in the background, not your baby that you're holding while you're breastfeeding. Nobody laughed. Now, I'm going to hit play, and I'm going to let y'all know, I'm going to let y'all hear what this man had to say about this. Is it A, he's going to sit here and criticize this shit? Is it B, he's going to say, there's moments of improvement, but I think this could be a good show? Is it C?
Welcome to the plantation.
Is it C? He's gonna completely sit here and think this could rival shows like American Dad and Adult Swim. Or is it D? He's gonna gargle this shit as if it's the second coming of Jesus. And if you chose D, you correct. I'm more right-leaning and I just want well-written shows with actual characters. I don't give a fuck who's writing it. It's all cringe. Give me good characters and good shows again. Abbott Elementary, The Bear, and that's the only like newer shows that I've watched. Go watch Abbott Elementary or go watch The Bear. Go watch The fucking Bear. It's on Hulu, I believe. Go watch The Bear.
just imagine if all your favorite conservatives made guest appearances, right? You got Larry Elder, who's a neighbor, maybe Officer Tatum. I don't know. Maybe I'll pull up somewhere doing something. Maybe I'm the local cop or something. I don't know. Candace and some of the other people that are in the conservative movement, everybody just make an appearance. Joe Rogan make an appearance. I wouldn't say Joe Rogan in the...
Boy, how ironic that fucking shit happened. How ironic. This came out a month ago, and ooh, did the tables turn with conservatives and Joe Rogan.
Conservative movement. I don't know if Joe Rogan conservative or not, but it'll be funny if all the people that we like makes an appearance. I think Elon Musk came in here at this part right here.
Are you happy? Are you happy that Elon Musk is here? Like 4 years too late from when all of adult entertainment had Elon just randomly guest cameos?
I almost forgot.
Oh God, do you all remember the meme, D's Nuts? 6 years ago? Do you remember how that was like the trend of the nation for a month? Do you remember? Do you remember? It's too outdated back to back.
Oh, we laugh at it now, man. It's like the Jetsons. It will be here soon.
Cut my balls off. Ain't no way. I forgot he said it's like the Jetsons. The Jetsons, an iconic fucking cartoon that was around and actually had substance. The disrespect to the Jetsons should be enough reason to criticize the shit out of the man's mouth. You can't sit here and try to compare dog shit to gold. And some of y'all might be Tatum fans. I just want y'all to you can still be a fan of this man. But if we gonna be something, be fucking for real. Be for real.
We're going to Disney World.
Make America funny again.
And again, just so that everybody's aware, America is always funny, from the comedians to the stupid people who walk this earth trying to be funny. The issue is a lot of y'all, and I do mean a lot of y'all, want to police how motherfuckers actually make jokes. Whether if it's the motherfuckers saying every joke is transphobic or the motherfuckers crying about jokes being made about white people and the Catholic Church. Like, sorry, what happened to everything's fair game? If Dave Chappelle makes a joke about Catholic people or Christians, I really want it to happen. I want him to make fun of Christians for like 30 minutes, and then I just want to watch the fucking reaction. And if it's not everything's fair game, you motherfuckers are hypocrites to the most dangerous degree that I will lose respect more than I already had.
Now just imagine, like I said, whoever came up with this is a pretty
Needs to face the wall.
smart fella. Just imagine if all your favorite conservatives had a guest appearance. Me, Candace, other people that you like, Black Conservative Perspective.
You just lined up 3 of some of the most unfunny motherfuckers in a line. Like stonewall, stone-faced motherfuckers who do not let out any comedic joy in anything they produce at all.
Gentlemen, this is Democracy Manifest.
I was waiting for somebody to subscribe so that I could fucking hear that. I wanted it and I got it.
Everybody kind of made a little cameo in here and had some jokes and stuff. That'd be so funny. It's time that we do stuff like this to win the culture back. Because everything they do is woke. Everything they do, every time, anywhere, any place is just completely woke. And we need to take that back. We need to take...
Maybe you didn't hear it. I don't have it sped up. So you gonna listen to that shit. You gonna listen to this motherfucker say that shit again. You gonna listen to the whole thing.
Like I said, whoever came up with this is a pretty smart fella. Just imagine if all your favorite conservatives had a guest appearance. Me, Candace, other people that you like, Black Conservative Perspective. Everybody kind of made a little cameo in here and had some jokes and stuff. That'd be so funny. It's time that we do stuff like this to win the culture back. Because everything they do is woke. Everything they do, every time, anywhere, any place is just completely woke.
Nah. I know I did this a month ago, but for anybody who wasn't here a month ago and you want to hear it again, here it is. You will not win the culture back with shitty adult cartoons. The Daily Wire is my fucking example of this. They are trying to get people to care about their dog shit cartoons, and it don't fucking work. Whether if it's the kids' cartoons or the adult cartoons, it doesn't fucking work. You're not winning culture back by producing shitty content for people to think they're gonna find funny, but then you're going to be the subject of what happens when you sit in front of your microphone and you talk shit about the same 3 things you talk shit about all the time: Disney, Marvel, and Star Wars. Please, if you're going to do it, actually dedicate time to understanding how to make something entertaining and not just bullshit. If you can do that, you will be way better off. But because you motherfuckers think you know what everything funny is under the sun, you fail because you don't realize what's funny, you don't understand that you're not funny, and you're bringing in a group of motherfuckers who have never illustrated a comedic bone in their body. Name me right now 15 things Candace Owens has ever done that's funny. I'm talking comedic, not anything regarding her saying some dumb shit that we laughed at because it's dumb. Name me 7 funny things The Officer Tatum has done. Name me 5 that Black Conservative Perspective has done to warrant them being on an adult entertainment show to spout anything comedic. You'll never win culture like this. You will not. And if anything, you're fucking embarrassing. That you don't deserve to have anybody winning anything on your side if this is how you view winning the culture back. Be fucking ashamed of yourself. Be embarrassed that you thought this with any fucking sincerity. Like, be embarrassed. And with shit like that, no wonder motherfuckers don't give a fuck and they just vote for Kamala just so you motherfuckers could sit there and cry all fucking day. Fuck. It's sad. It's pathetic also. Oh, as a Catholic, I'm fine with jokes about religion because there are things about it that deserve criticism. For example, the fact that there are some individuals, and Laura, you might be one of these people, but if you're not, it's fine. You don't have to defend these motherfuckers. You could just sit there and nod your head, who will sit here and tell you the gays are coming after your kids, but no one wants to address that. The numerous amount of pastors who have child porn, who engage in activity sexually with children, who rape children, who kidnap children. Right? Those things exist, and despite what certain people will tell you, it's not a rarity. It's something that damn near happens a lot, and has happened a lot throughout this 2024 as we are in the second half. I am of the belief there's only one person online, let me say it again. There's only one person online on the conservative side that actually could do better for your culture grabbing or trying to get people as a part of your culture. And that's fucking Brett Cooper. Brett Cooper is legitimately the only one who says she's conservative and has fun with it. She'll probably have a cringy take here or there, but I have nothing negative to say about Brett because she knows how to tackle this shit for the young people. You motherfuckers pushing 40 don't get it. That's why these motherfuckers openly laugh at you. Like, fuck. Main event time. Gaming culture is one of the gayest fucking things away from any of this shit. Like, it's been so wishy-washy. My fucking nominee for Game of the Year, Helldivers, is completely fallen off, and it's like, what a drastic contrast 4 to 6 months can do to a game, with the also added inquiry of, hey, we just fucked this because we wanted to fuck over the player base for a full week and then decided, no, that's course correct. Then you announce a DLC that had some people hype, but literally before the update, you nerf a bunch of fucking guns where the primary was going to be based around those guns specifically. But now we got the reviews are coming out for the monkey game made by Asians. And let's just go. In the role of the Destined One, Black Myth Wukong takes players on a cinematic story-driven experience in action RPG based on an adaptation of Journey to the West, using dynamic combat and skills to defeat formidable enemies, cunning spirits, and the mythic Yuagui. I probably butchered that. Players traverse through breathtaking landscapes from lush forest to towering mountains and mystical temples, while there are elements of great design by developer game science, engaging narrative, and varied boss fight fights, especially Black Myth Wukong, also presents issues that can severely impact the gameplay experience and reliability of the game, taking into account its controversies with the current modern gaming audience and expectations of Souls-like games. Whether Black Myth Wukong lives up to its hype is questionable at best. And this part right here is where we are going to have a lot of fun, because if you scroll down a little bit, they've ranked Black Myth Wukong at 3 stars out of 5, with the pros being combat is fluid and fun. Okay. The cinematography can be breathtaking at times. Oh, okay. That's pretty good. All right. And number 3, because you only got 3 pros in a game like this, great diversity in items and mechanics. And you know, that's pretty good. You would like that in your games, to have great diversity in items and mechanics so that you could do all these neat little tricks, so that you could pull off some great maneuvers and moves. But let's look at the cons. The game performance is unpolished. Okay, that's fair for these AAA type games. Lacking in inclusivity and diversity. Oh, what does that mean? Gameplay becomes repetitive over time. That's fine. But we're only focusing on the lacking in inclusivity and diversity, because what could that possibly fucking mean? It is a game, and correct me if I just so happen to be wrong, because this game was not on my radar. I know, shocking. I'm sitting around playing NCAA with my time, so sorry that I'm not paying attention to every game that comes out. But what does it mean to be lacking in inclusivity and diversity? Well, if I scroll down just a little bit and I just peer into where this problem begins to awry, and I stop right here, we could actually start this conversation and what it is that they try to explain in lacking inclusivity and diversity, and apparently representation. Fucking reason. Largely lacks inclusion and representation. While my analysis and review of Black Myth Wukong remain focused on gameplay, it's important to mention the controversy surrounding the game's studio and the reports of misogyny and sexism from developers. Playing as a female gamer allowed me to notice issues surrounding inclusion and representation. Like what? As far as chapters 1 and 2, while characters are clearly fictitious and fantastical creatures, there were no female or feminine NPCs, enemies, or bosses present. That's it? Is that it? Ask yourself why women avoid you. Ask yourself why the police are knocking on your door trying to figure out why you got 15 fucking folders on your computer of child porn. I have no idea why we're having that conversation now. I might have offended somebody with wordplay that I didn't even notice. The only exception is if you can call it female is a boss named Mother of Stones in Chapter 2, which is nothing more than a still glowing rock with no abilities being guarded by other enemies. The lack of diversity and inclusivity resonates with the misogynistic comments reported to have been made by developers which express disdain for women playing their games. Although Black Myth Wukong does have truly enjoyable moments, the underlying feeling that women aren't welcome in this world felt present throughout my gameplay experience. It is worth noting, a game is based on the novel Journey to the West, which does consist of a few important female characters. To not include any women or to only include a few in adaptation meant for a modern audience is quite disconcerting. While this doesn't take away from the exhilaration and fun of the boss fights themselves, women fans of Souls-like games may have a different perspective, especially given that, according to reports, the developer also suggested that women are incapable of enjoying or being skilled at these types of games. I'm going to look at this link so that I could potentially get a citation, please, on that one. The irony behind this sentiment is that Black Myth Wukong is among the easiest of Souls-like games and may have overestimated its ability to hang with them in terms of difficulty. While thematically and stylistically, Jesus Christ, I swear I'm good at reading, it undoubtedly falls under this category. It does not quite fit the bill in technical skills required, such as achieved by games like Elden Ring, Sekiro, Shadows Die Twice, and many more. Okay. But about that citation, please. Apparently this is where I'm going to get my insights on this. Black Myth Wukong's developer's history of sexism is complicating its journey to the West. A headless barge strumming on a three-string instrument called sexan sits leisurely on an exposed roof. What the fuck am I reading? The global buzz around the excitement of the game feels like it's peaked back in China. And the highest even event of unsolicited video in the studio from an studio, but beneath this luster of the show's like studio played claims of section. Several posts have surfaced from Chinese social media website Weibo, written by individuals from their studio that contain multiple references to genitalia and sexual innuendos. These have provoked backlash among some in the games community, many of whom are women. This is coupled by the recruitment posters by the studio produced in 2015, which feature images and headlines that point to a culture of ingrained sexism in game science. IGN spoke to several women familiar with the gaming culture as well as games and technology industry in China, many of whom requested to be anonymous for fear of backlash from fans of game science and the broader games community. Am I the only one who hesitates to believe anyone when the claims of sexism and racism nowadays? No, I just want to see it. I'll always take it with some salt. I just want to see it. Like after I take it with salt or the grain of salt, show me the whole container. That way we could actually run this. Because the foolish person will say, that never happens ever. There's none of that. But then shit comes out and it's like, whoa, well, that's not all of it. No shit. You fucking weird kleptomaniacs who somehow get mad and you want to speak up for everybody because motherfuckers have to deal with some stupid shit. They're not talking about you. That's why when these motherfuckers was running around crying about not being picked between them and a bear in the forest, I didn't give a fuck. One, because I don't know any of these people. And two, I'm liable to RKO anybody if I'm bored. It ain't that deep. If you just sit around and you play games, don't get mad when somebody say fat, out of shape fucking losers who press WAS and D are fucking ruining somebody's experience. If you don't do that, keep playing your fucking game. And to the motherfuckers who do complain about it, mute them, block them, report them if they going berserk, leaking motherfuckers' IP addresses, you know? I know. I just want to have my moment in the sun. So it exists. It's a long fuck. Oh my, what a translation. Want to play the finals? Nope. I have not re-downloaded the finals at all. I have essentially stopped caring about the finals because NCAA came out and it's like way more important of a game. Like, be honest with you. The random insults Leon could come up with is amazing. What are you talking about? Like, what are you talking about? You one-eyed, one-eared babbling fool. Like, what do you mean by that? Like, there's a difference between me and you. The fact that I sit here and articulate my points, sometimes coherently, sometimes incoherently, and you're sitting there babbling about with your hot cocoa and your mimosa in your fucking hand, thinking you're the omnipotence of importance when your legs are ashy, you don't get to speak about my random insults, even though I just proved your point. You're not missing a whole lot this season, see? Heckin will inform me about the finals and it'll get me somewhat excited, but then I remember like it doesn't really stick as much as I want it to. Like, it's not a bad game. It just needs more to fucking like grab me. You know? Isn't the finals hot mid? I would say no. I think the finals is actually a decent battle royale style type game. It's not really a battle royale. It's more like search and destroy on Call of Duty. And I like it. I like the premise of it. I just hope they add more. And from what I've gotten from my Canadian enemy over here is that they have, but it doesn't seem like it'll be enough. It does not seem like it would be enough. But my issue is that, all right, the gaming company or the game developer studio's got a history of saying sexist shit. Cool. Wonderful. Why does that impact the score? And more than that, why does it impact the score to a point you feel like other people are going to have an issue with there not being more NPCs that are female? Maybe I can understand that point slightly because I'm pretty certain the people who are going to like contest you mad about that are the same people mad about Laura Croft not being like how she was back on the PlayStation, which was completely pixelated, but she had giant pixelated titties. So you took away my virtual titties, so now I must be offended. Like, I just don't get that. I don't get that one. I don't claim to understand that one. I just can't bring myself to get that one. Let's be real, this problem could exist at any studio. Yep. But I'm just stuck on how we went from a statement of lacking inclusivity and diversity to, where is it? Jesus Christ, it's really just all the way at the fucking bottom of there being no female NPCs or bosses. But then gets course correct with maybe it's a female because it's called Mother of Stones, but apparently it's just a fucking rock. Which, be honest, no. Like, that wouldn't be what I would call a female. That would just be, oh, it's the Mother of Stones. Laura Croft not being hot isn't an issue for me. It's that she ain't doing acrobatic flips and shooting dinosaurs with dual pistols. Well, that's a great concern. Again, the dev team for the new Assassin's Creed could have made the main character a woman, but they didn't. I might be out of pocket because honestly, Assassin's Creed is not a franchise I respect anymore. Not for the reasons that you've seen online for this entire year, but because their game quality is piss. Ubisoft. But isn't one of the main characters a woman? I could be drastically out of line because I know the only issue people claim to have with the game is that a nigga is a samurai. In a game that is completely fucking fictional and they take real shit and they do unrealistic fictional shit with it. And if you're one of the people who wants to talk about historical accuracies, I'm gonna need you to stop fucking talking because your point is mute when you actually play any of these fucking Assassin's Creed games. But LOL. Possibly, but they still want to complain that the other games don't have enough diversity. Well, bringing in two different game companies and game developers doesn't really help the point. Because if one group is doing something sexist, you saying, well, this other group could have also done it, that doesn't really take away from anything regarding these motherfuckers being sexist. You see what I'm saying? It's like, oh, he just shot that white guy. Well, I didn't shoot that white guy. Nobody fucking cared. You didn't do anything. We're focusing on the motherfuckers who actually got a problem here. Majority of people don't care what the main character looks like. They just want a good game and story. I got some bad news for you. You're not getting a good game out of Assassin's Creed. Like, I'm sorry. You haven't gotten one since Black Flag. You're not getting that. Like, and that's what pisses me off about the entire Assassin's Creed discourse. There's no legitimate discourse about it. It's just, hey, we're mad that you added this motherfucking black samurai who everybody's saying is not a fucking samurai. And then you all took some weird victory lap because the fucking Ubisoft apologized, but you didn't read the rest of it, where they basically said, hey, sorry you're mad, but this is a fictional fucking game. This is legitimately a fictional fucking game. You should not be this bothered by it. And again, I'm ignoring the racist. Don't sit here and say no one was being racist about it, because you are going to willfully be lying. And you know that there's people out there who go above and beyond. If you didn't say anything, perfectly fine. Listen, stick out your hand. Stick out your hand. Well, you can stick out your right hand. In your right hand, imagine a ball, and it's all the racist people who are talking about Assassin's Creed. What I want you to do with that imaginary ball is throw it away. Throw them away. All right? Everybody threw it away? Good. In your left hand are the people talking about how the game is bad because it's not going to be historically accurate. I want you to look at that ball and squeeze that motherfucker till it pops. Because if you play through the entire fucking history of Assassin's Creed games, you will fucking have to admit that historical accuracy is not fucking there. There's a bunch of unrealistic, non-historical accurate shit in these Assassin's Creed games. It didn't start with the last one. It's not starting with the newest one. It didn't start with the one before Odyssey. It didn't even start with the one where they were in Egypt. It's been there the whole fucking time. Do you understand the premise of these games for a while was you were an intern working at a fucking company and you got VR'd into a fucking past realm? What the fuck? There's no way there's any sincerity with any of this shit. Any of it. It's just motherfuckers talking, trying their fucking objective hardest to be in front of everybody for the sake of it, for the fuck of it, really. And it's embarrassing. That's why I saved this shit for the live stream. Gave the ball to my dogs. Okay. Odyssey was the last good one, but all of them before was the last good one. Bro, you fucking suck. You hear me? You hear me gaming with you? You right there. You suck. You suck. You know that? The only Assassin's Creed I owned was Syndicate. Congratulations. You own the worst. You own some of the worst shit in gaming history. I want you to know that. Line up the top 50 worst fucking things. Line up the top 50 of the worst things in gaming. Assassin's Creed Syndicate is somewhere on that list, somewhere in the 20s. Somewhere in the 20s. The last fucking Assassin's Creed game I could look at with any sincerity and say, you were great, I absolutely want to touch you and rub on you once again, was Black Flag. It's not even something you could begin to contest with the likes of me. Do you understand me? Do you understand me? I am uncontestable when it comes to this. Do you understand me? It is something that we will not have up for debate. Do you understand why? Because you cannot debate me. I am undebatable. I am undebatable. Do you understand? I am not to be debated with. You know? The last great one was Black Flag. The last good one. The last good one. I'm going to say it one more fucking time. The last good one. Assassin's Creed Origins. Assassin's Creed Origins. What's your thoughts on the gaming community? I have no thoughts. I'm lying to you. I have thoughts. I think it's a fucking large-ass, wide group of motherfuckers with different subsections. Rational motherfuckers, people who just want to play on certain consoles, people who just play on PC, motherfuckers who are incels, motherfuckers who just want to play those cozy games, motherfuckers who just play sports games. It's a wide variety where you could go anywhere and fit in possibly. Is everybody a racist? No. You got racist people in it? Yes. Is everybody sexist? No. You got some sexist shit in it? Yes. Do people condone it? Yes. Is it everybody condoning it? No. If you are not in any of these categories where motherfuckers are saying this shit is so toxic, leave it alone. I feel like you're exposing yourself when you try to puff your chest out and try to stick up for motherfuckers who don't need to be stuck up for. And if you are a motherfucker who's constantly complaining about it, after the first few times, I will now look at you and say, why don't you just shut the fuck up and mute them? Don't turn them into content for you to lie about being harassed when you engage in it. That can be applied anywhere. No shit. Same set of standards. There's no thought-provokingness in the gaming community. It's just motherfuckers playing games. Need I also say, there's a lot of motherfuckers who think that if we go back to nostalgia, these are the fucking people who I want to just like completely shut the fuck up. The people who want games to go back to how they were. My issue is that it's a great concept. The fucking problem is that these game developers are not going to do it. They're not going to do it. They are not going to do it. For example, I'll give you an example. On the screen, whoops, wrong button. On the screen, let me just move this out of the way. Move it. On the screen is NCAA 25. College football 25. It's NCAA 25. I have clocked in 227 hours so far on this game. Why? Because I find it fun. And it's great. Some complaints, but it's a great game. Hot take. It's going to be a game I'm going to have to decide in terms of game of the year. It's going to be one of my nominees. And if you look at that and say, you're out of your mind, guess what? All of it's fucking subjective. I don't fucking care that a group of executives dictated one game of the year. If I want to say Sonic Generations is going to be game of the year, guess what the fuck I said? Sonic Generations is game of the year. But besides the point. Oh, fuck besides the point. And this douchey, dumb fuck concept of the real Game Awards means nothing because they're not doing anything. They're nothing. They're just saying, hey, we want to also host an award show. They got nothing else. Oh my God, you could win something. But over here, Madden 25. I only got 12 hours on Madden 25. Now, Madden over the last decade has been terrible. Has been terrible. And some people will say they can't wait for a game if they went back to the old easy game. Good night. Why are you saying good night, Gaming Wish? Are you leaving me so soon? Are you leaving us so soon? Might you have some shooting to do? Shooting a couple dice? Or presidents? I got one. But many people will sit here and tell you that a franchise like 2K should somehow buy the rights to NFL's licensing so that they can make NFL 2K. Because back in the day, 2K came out with a football game called NFL 2K5, which is still renowned as one of the best football games, if not the best football game of all time. I just got one fucking problem with that rhetoric, is that you motherfuckers saying that clearly don't play 2K. You don't play NBA 2K. And before you sit there and say basketball is different from football, shut the fuck up. These games prioritize microtransactions now. This is an entire row of games with the exception of The Walking Dead that, well, fuck, not even that. Because these motherfuckers had episodes you could buy. So you can fucking lump this whole row of games. College football, Walking Dead, Call of Duty, NBA 2K, Fortnite, Madden, Helldivers, WWE, Grand Theft Auto. These games, all of these games, have an element of you spending real world money on them. And motherfuckers think that if 2K gets their hands on the rights to make simulation football again, they're not going to do this and this is somehow going to be better. And you know, if they do and it comes out and it's still shit, but it's now 2K, motherfuckers are going to say, oh, this is just the first test. This is just the first game. You have to give it a couple years. No, I'm not. You know what my other example is? And I wonder if it's still in my library at all. I don't know if it is, because to be honest, I was pissed off that I even decided to download the fucking game. Where is it? AEW Fight Forever. For a long time, people looked at the WWE 2K games. And you know what they said? They don't like it. It feels too simulation-based. There's not enough. We wish we could go back to Here Comes the Pain. AEW Fight Forever was looked at, graphics-wise, as a reemergence of the welcome back to the Here Comes the Pain style of gaming. And people got excited until they got their hands on it and it was completely bare fucking bones. The graphics were terrible. The controls were piss. It was terrible. So unless you got competent motherfuckers who are going to actually take dedicated years to just come up with something that's old school for the new generation and still holds modern people together without a heavy implication of microtransactions, spoiler alert, you're not gonna fucking get it from mainstream. You're likely to get it from the fucking indie people or the lower class motherfuckers, because I'll tell you this much, Another Crab's Treasure is a game that's on my Game of the Year list. Y'all gotta stop deluding yourselves when it comes to some of these fucking franchises. Y'all gotta stop. You have to. You have to fucking stop. People are actually taking, yes, they are. I don't know why I don't know why people do it. Why are people taking it seriously? Because because why would a gaming journalist website sit here and dedicate time to saying a game about an Asian monkey is lacking inclusivity and diversity? It's stupid. It's stupid to even point that out. And that's a con. That's a fucking con. Everything else, the game performance being unpolished, pretty good criticism. Gameplay becomes repetitive. With a AAA game like this, it's gonna happen. Pretty good criticism. Banjo-Kazooie fans are hell-bent on wanting Rare to revive the series, and yet Rare has said plenty of times that they do not want to return to old IPs. Fuck, bro. And I know people want to see like another game of something old that comes out. Guess what? I'm one of them. Because you know what game franchise I want to have one more game? If it really is like one, if there's one franchise I want to make one more game, just one more, because the story kind of dictated, we kind of needed something. We needed something so that we could actually like bookend this shit. Because if we can't bookend this shit, what the fuck? What the objective fuck was the point of a good majority of it if we just ended like that? Because I would argue, ending it the way they did is terrible. Well, not terrible, but it's just like left a lot there. Sly Cooper. I want one more Sly Cooper game. They left him in Egypt. I don't even know if he's in the past or the future. I just know he's in Egypt. I want him to come home. I want him to come home. And yes, I'm aware that one of the voice actors passed away. But be real with yourself. That doesn't stop a lot of people in the entertainment world. And I'm not saying that to just say, fuck, who cares that he's dead? Make another game. What I'm saying is, that doesn't really stop shit. That's not really a good deterrent. But it'll probably never come back, and it's just like, you know what? Fuck it. If it doesn't come back, I still hold great memories. Somebody also made a great point. Where is it? Just play a game you like. It is what, just play a game if you like it. That's what matters versus a magazine's rating. That's exactly my sentiments about you motherfuckers in your game award shows. I don't give a fuck what y'all rate game of the fucking year. Spider-Man 2's my game of the year last year. I don't give a fuck. And I'm telling you this now so that you don't get blindsided. Sonic X Shadow Generations, Helldivers 2, even with its faults, NCAA, and Black Ops 6 are going to be sitting there in my Game of the Year nominees list. I'm pretty sure some game came out that buttered the pecan, but these are mine. And I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck. Oh, also, you know what game was my game of the year in like 2021? Fall Guys. Fall Guys. Fun game. Fun game. Fun game. Very fun game. Ugh. I feel so bad for Spider-Man 2. I got so much, I think you mean praise, not phrase. Then once it lost Game of the Year, folks trashed the game quickly after. No, your timeline is wildly wrong. Those motherfuckers were criticizing that shit way before. And I mean way before that motherfucker lost Game of the Year. And to be honest, Baldur's Gate should have won that. Baldur's Gate should have won that. Let's be real here. But still an enjoyable game. Still an enjoyable game. I might replay this motherfucker again. I've replayed it 4 fucking times. I'm sorry. This game means something to me. Was Mario Wonder last year's Game of the Year? Mario Wonder was not last year's Game of the Year, but he was in the nominees. Mario Wonder was in my nominees. Spider-Man 2 won. Spider-Man 2 was winning that shit regardless. Ghost of Tsushima should have won. I never played it. But I heard it was good. Just like how I'm... And you know what? Maybe just maybe, I didn't illustrate anything about this guy. I just want y'all to know something. I'm not buying this game. Not because of sexism, not because of racism, not because of lack of inclusion and diversity. It's because I have no idea about anything regarding this game. I never watched any of the trailers. I saw like one cinematic shot of this motherfucker, like, you know how they do like the zoom in on the motherfucker's face and his face rises and his eyes are so clear in HD, but that's not the actual game at all. Like, I saw that and I was like, ooh. And I was like, oh, okay. But I'm not gonna buy it. You know why? Here's the controversial hot take. It doesn't look interesting to me. I'm not interested. I'm interested in Elden Ring. Hell, I will throw a drastic curveball in front of y'all faces right now. Do you know a game I'm somewhat interested in but have not pulled the trigger on? Hold on. Let me type it in. And let me do oh, wrong button. I'm interested in this. Now, I haven't purchased or I pre-ordered, but there's some interest. I got some interest in this. Looks good. From literally everything I've seen, it looks good. But I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. Maybe, just maybe I will. Maybe, just maybe I will. I'm surprised. You can be surprised. I used to be back in the dizzy, you know what I'm saying? I used to do a couple runs on the Tenkaichi, you know what I'm saying? I used to do a couple runs on the Tenkaichi, you know? Just a couple, not a lot, just a couple. We used to have the time of our lives on that Tenkaichi. And when I saw this, I was like, is this even going to be good? But then it actually kind of looks good. And I'm like, ooh, maybe, just maybe. But I don't know yet. I don't know. I might play this depending on how the game works physically. I don't take videos as proof. I have to play it myself. That's the thing. That what you just said, Smart J, is what I said about NCAA. I needed to get my hands on it. Everybody who was watching me on Twitch, you knew every like moment this game announced like something about it. We watched it and I said, that all sounds great, but I don't trust you. I needed to get my hands on it. Because if I didn't have my hands on it, I wouldn't be able to tell anything. And EA is like, yeah, I needed it. And I got it, and it was great. It's great, still great. It wouldn't be great. If it wasn't great, I wouldn't have 200 hours on it and counting. Because if you think I'm not gonna play it as soon as I end this stream, you're a fucking buffoon. You're a buffoon. You hear me? An objective buffoon. You're a buffoon. And I don't like the fact that you are a buffoon. I started playing Enslaved for the first time this year. Does a PlayStation have something similar to Game Pass to try games out? Yes, but also no, because it's kind of weird. I don't necessarily know how I can describe this to you. Like, I truly don't. I truly don't know how to describe that to you. It's basically, hey, depending on how much you want to pay, here's what we're going to give you. If that makes sense. If you pay for the highest tier, you get all of it. I think if you pay for like the middle tier, you get all of it, but like something restricted. But then you pay for the low tier, you basically get nothing. Which doesn't make a lot of sense to me. Like, can I find this? I don't think I can. I don't fucking care anyway. PlayStation Plus is like Game Pass, but the lottery, random shit is right. Like, they don't have like an entire games catalog of shit back in the day. You kind of gotta wait for these motherfuckers to drop some shit to entire. It's like, you know what it really? PlayStation Plus is like Nintendo Online, where at random they will drop old shit, but not the old shit I want. Give me Pokemon Leaf Green. Pokemon Emerald? Ruby? Can you give me one of those? If I got that, do you know how much, do you realize that if I got to be able to play old Game Boy Pokemon games on my Nintendo Switch legally without doing what I did to do it, Do you know how much of my life I would abandon? Like, are you aware that I would abandon a lot of faculty in my fucking life to make this shit my reality? Do you know how much of my life I abandoned when the fucking remakes for Diamond and Pearl came out? Now, they were shit, but they were shit. That was my childhood, and I was going to play it regardless. Fuck Pokemon Dungeons. Whenever I see people excited about Pokemon Dungeons, I just think you people lack everything. Every faculty in your mind, you lack it. Be ashamed of yourself that you lack that. Oh, man. Man, oh, man, oh, man, oh, man, oh, man. I wasn't excited. I just found it funny. I don't care. Whenever I find people excited about it, I don't care if you're not excited. Whenever I see people excited about that shit, I just think to myself, you sicken me. You're hurting. You're hurting in some way, in some fashion. You just don't want to admit it. You're just ashamed to admit it. And I hope for those people. Those people are sad. I wish I kept my Pokemon conquest. Again, shame on you. Like, be embarrassed. Jump scare. Yuck! This is how we started the stream, in case anybody didn't know. This is how we legitimately began our time together today. You would also really have to protest against Nintendo to bring these games back on the market, but the Nintendo fanboys would die before that happens. Look at Harmon Smith. I will not look at anyone named Harman. I just want a good working Pokemon game again. Their release cycles have messed up their quality. I don't know about that. I feel like it's them working on too much shit. I was concerned, though. I was like a little bit concerned that when they had the Pokemon Day announcement and like the day before, everybody was throwing out rumors that we might get a Pokemon. We might get Pokemon Black and White remakes. And I immediately like threatened to hang myself because it's like, why? Like, why? Those are legitimately the last ones. And it's like, you already lost faith in these people when it pertains to like the Sinnoh region, because I lost faith in them and they did that. Why do you want them to remake that? Watch Harmon Smith. I don't want to watch somebody named Harmon. It sounds grotesque and not good for my mental health. And sorry, I like to prioritize that sometimes. Not all the time. But sometimes. Sometimes I do. Sometimes I really, 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 really do. It's good to do. It really do. I really do. It's really good to do. And people should do it. From time to time. From time to time. You should do it. Until Dawn remake. First of all, let me fucking dispel a myth. Until Dawn fucking sucks. And the remake, what was it? The Quarry? Fucking sucks. It sucks. It just fucking sucks. It sucks. You hear me? It sucks. The Quarry sucks. I remember getting the Quarry for free because duh. Like, objectively, duh. And I'm literally 2 hours into the game and nothing happened. Nothing. And what came close to happening didn't. It just didn't occur. I'm currently looking for something. I don't know if I can find it though. I don't know where it is for me to find it. I don't know. This can't be it. No, it's... Does anybody remember the guy we watched who was gargling fresh and fit? I was very happy to see a Kalos game during the Pokemon Presents. The Kalos region is so underdeveloped. And I'm very sure there was a ton of things that X and Y that had to be scrapped. X and Y was the last socially acceptable fucking Pokemon game for me. It was the last one. Okay, so you all remember. Do any of you remember the name? I want to see if there's been an update. I want to see if he's responded to all of his haters. Because you know how this goes. You know motherfuckers would be like, oh, well, I got my haters and people who are mad because they don't know how to objectively see things in a way that I see it because I'm living in my omnipotent state. No, god damn it. Now I got to scroll to find it. And I vehemently do. I was listening to Eminem's new album because it's been like 4 weeks and I haven't done that. Boy. Boy, oh boy, oh boy. What a time to be alive. X was my first excuse me? I might have to read that statement with a little bit of sincerity. X was your first Pokemon game, and okay. Can we get a Heart Gold and Soul Silver remake? I mean, we did. It's literally Heart Gold and Soul Silver. Those are the remakes. I know what you mean, but how about we not? How about we not run the well that's already dry, bone dry? Because if you're going to sit here and tell me that we got to remake a remake, all that illustrates is that that game got no ideas. It has none. It has zero. You scheduled this for 9 a.m.? No, I scheduled it for 10 a.m. The problem is, my power went out. And then I said, you know what? Let's come back. Because I wasn't going to do it tomorrow. Let's just do it now. And I did. And I'm satisfied. Let's Go is fun. No, it wasn't. Let's just shut that shit the fuck up. Them remakes of a remake were not fun. I get tired of y'all with that shit. Y'all lying to y'all fucking selves. Stop lying to yourselves. All right, I got... Can I rant? Can I rant? A little bit. Because if it wasn't clear from this entire stream, I really do like certain types of games. It's the games that make me enjoy. Like, that's it. Whatever I look at and I think, oh, you're not going to be fun for me at all, I don't even buy. I don't give it a chance. Why? Why would I? It's not something I would want to give a chance. I'm not going to buy. And in the sports realm, there is such a game. A game that has garnered a lot of hate over the years. A game that doesn't necessarily know what to do. And every year the game comes out and people say they're not going to buy it, then they end up buying it. Let me just say. Matter of fact, let me show my proof, because some people have heard me say this and they're holding out hope that I fall into the trap. I have not pre-ordered this game. Not once. I have not pre-ordered this game. I have only one friend on my fucking PlayStation friends list that has pre-ordered this game. I know there are various others who are going to buy it as it comes closer and closer to coming out. But at current standing, I only got one person that has pre-ordered this fucking game. I can't do it. I can't, in all sincerity, do it. Since 2K18, it seemingly got formulaic. And what's worse about that is, since like 2K21, this shit's been downhill. And what sucks is that the games hold fun. The problem is these motherfuckers who make it give you all these promises and give you a bunch of shit that nobody fucking needs. We don't need a fucking city. You can literally do what you did with 2K19 and 20. Have a big ass fucking lot of what? 10, 15 courts? And then off to the side, have all the stores. Have your billboards with advertisements on it. You can do that. You can do that. But no, we got to add all this other shit. Now, I saw that they're finally giving more emphasis to female characters on the game. However, it's not what would make it fun. They just separated the two because they want to prioritize realism. And I'm sorry, it's more fun in a vacuum to make a basketball game where you can make a female character, do whatever you can to make that character somewhat of a female demigod that could dribble, dunk, lay the ball up, shoot, and have that motherfucker go up against the males. But realism and this shit needs to be realistic. This is a fucking video game where motherfuckers spam a Curry dribble the entire time and think that that's realistic. Curry don't even fucking do that shit. But bro, I just can't. I just can't. Sports games are literally the same every year. Oh, well, I agree with you on that. The problem is you say that and all of a sudden everybody's a game developer telling you that, oh my God, this is different from the last one because they made everything darker. I shit you not. One of the selling points of 2K25 that people are sitting around clapping like seals about is that the fucking game has bigger courts. Hooray! Guess what? You're still gonna have the invisible wall. Motherfuckers are still gonna go baseline, get bumped, and go out of bounds. But hey, it's bigger. Thank you, I guess. Fuck. Saying it as a consumer. Yeah, but guess what? As soon as you say that, everybody turns into a fucking game developer. Oh my God, they've added more detail here, and here. But then the gameplay is next to garbage. Do you realize with 2K24, let me give you a timeline before I say this. These motherfuckers were all complaining about how shooting was too easy. And then 2K24 dropped, and it was arguably like the first 2 weeks was some of the most difficult how to learn how to shoot ever. And motherfuckers complained. And so they tweaked it so that it could be more easy for you simple-minded motherfuckers. And it was fucking just for niggas to still complain about it. Well, listen, I hope everybody who buys the game has fun. When I say I'm not buying it, that's not me saying I'm galvanizing the troops. That's me saying, just like how everybody else could get on these platforms and say, I'm buying it, I can get on here and say, I'm not buying it. It's just that simple. Just that easy. I ain't gotta do nothing else. I'm not trying to convince nobody else to buy it. I'm telling you my experience. So, I think it was the Black Hokage who said, everybody's got to come together and do this. That's not going to fucking happen. Everybody's not coming together to do shit. Because they're going to make the game again next year and people are going to buy. And it's going to be one of the top 4 or 5 fucking games played on all these consoles. It's going to happen. And that's it. That's just it. Only sports game I bought was NBA Playgrounds. Only because it was before the game had multiplayer. And who cares? You know a game they should bring back? And I guess this is how we could wrap this up. You know what sports game they should bring back that none of you are going to agree with me on? Actually, there's 2. There's 2 games I want to see make a revival. You know what I'm saying? There's 2 football games that I believe if they made a revival, it would be awesome. It would be the thing to feed children. No, keep Mario and Sonic at the Olympic Games far the fuck away from me. Those games are fucking terrible. Nope, it's not NBA or NFL Street. It ain't beach volleyball, fucking loser. Fuck, I need the images. Daytona, USA is fucking crazy. Be ashamed of your ever-loving existence for even bringing that the fuck up. They need to fucking bring back My Sims. My Sims Agents. Bring it back. You know what else they need to bring back? Backyard football, baby. Let us enjoy what it means to be in the backyard playing football. Like, come the fuck on, man. Fuck. These games were so much fucking fun. I don't give a fuck what nobody says. These were objective fucking fun. This is all I had because I didn't want Madden. I wanted backyard football. I wanted backyard football, man. Oh. Remember Blitz? What the fuck did I say? I felt like I said backyard football. Why are you trying to entice me with shit I don't want? You know what? He ruined it. Goodbye.